Chasing Tales, Episode 68, Seed of Doubt.
We return to Chasing Tales as the stars rise over starlight, and the embers burn low at the estate. The pieces shift once more on the board. Pink prepares to return to Haven, carrying secrets, sorrow, and the weight of healing yet to come. Jack steps into his new role, but the shadow of power still lingers between him and Perry.
Pink sat in the corner of the lodge next to the roaring fire. Autumn seemed chillier without Bayard. The flames danced, but they didn't warm her the way they once did. Peria came in with a couple of mugs of hot cider, steam curling like breath in the air. She sat down beside Pink, close, but not too close. She smiled, but it didn't quite reach her eyes.
You ever love someone that scares the hells out of you?
Pink observed her through lowered lashes, her expression unreadable. She shrugged noncommittally.
Your brother is different. Dangerous. Since he became an opener.
He did get the curse lifted. It should be better now. Pink offered sympathetically, but even she didn't sound convinced. The fire popped, sending a spark into the hearth.
He looks at me like he's trying to remember who I was. Or maybe who he was. I don't know which is worse.
That's the thing about power. It doesn't just change you. It changes how people see you. Sometimes even the people you love. Perry took a sip from her mug, then stared into it like it might hold some answers.
I told him once, you can open any door and mind, but not mine. I thought I was being clever, safe. But now I wonder if I just locked him out.
You were protecting yourself. That's not a crime.
No, but it might have been a mistake.
Pink looked into the fire, her voice sobbed. Love's not about being safe. It's about being seen. And sometimes that's the scariest.
Do you think he still loves me?
I know he never stopped. But he's afraid too, of hurting you, or being too much. They sat in silence, the fire crackling between them like a heartbeat.
I don't want to lose him. But I don't want to lose myself either.
Then don't. Tell him what you need. Let him decide if he can meet you there. Perry nodded slowly, the weight of it all settling onto her shoulders.
But the truth is, because of this power and his connection to you, he'll never really be mine.
Pink didn't flinch. She'd heard this before, in whispers, accusations, and silence between words. But this time it wasn't anger or jealousy, it was grief. He's not mine either, Perry, not really. He belongs to something bigger now. We both do.
Aye, then what's left for the rest of us?
The choice to love him anyway, or to walk away before it costs too much. Perry looked into the fire, her eyes reflecting the flicker of something she hadn't named yet. Hope, maybe, or the beginning of a goodbye.
I don't know which one I'll choose.
You don't have to know yet. Just be honest when you do.
Thank you, Pink.
Anytime. We're all just trying to survive the people we love. Perry sat quietly for a long time. Pink laid a hand on her to steady her feelings of doubt. The hunters had dispersed to their work, murmuring among themselves, their bloodlust temporarily sated by Baram's whispered promise of a staged battle. But not all debts could be paid in illusion. Targa arrived just before dusk, her cloak heavy with dust and pride. Lintz followed behind her, quiet, bent, his eyes flickering between the trees, like he expected betrayal to leap from the shadows. Baram stood waiting near the edge of the clearing, arms folded, expression unreadable.
You called for me. That's bold, considering you owe me a throne.
I owe you nothing but the truth. And here it is. The deal is off.
Targa's eyes narrowed, her jaw tightening.
You promised me the opener's mantle. I drew blood for payment on that promise.
And you would have died for it. You're not strong enough, Targa. You never were. You are a placeholder, a distraction. And now the real opener's awake.
Lynch shifted uncomfortably but said nothing.
So what now? You strip me of my powers and toss me aside like a failed experiment?
I offer you a choice.
He gestured, and a small projection bloomed in the air between them. A quiet valley, a modest home, a life without war.
You and Lintz, a place to retire, peace. No more chasing power that was never yours to hold.
And if I refuse?
Then I'll let Pink strip you of your powers, publicly. I'll let the hunters believe you were the one they needed to destroy. You'll be nothing, or worse, remembered as a traitor.
Targa looked at Lintz. He met her gaze steadily. Sad.
I'm tired, Targa. We both are. Maybe it's time.
She looked back at Barum, fury and heartbreak warring in her eyes.
You used me.
I did, and I'm sorry. But I'm trying to fix what I broke. This is the best I can offer.
Targa turned away, her voice low.
Then give me the house, and leave us alone.
Done.
He handed her a small crystal, the seed code for their new place. She took it without looking at him.
You'll be watched, but not hunted.
I'll take it.
You'll get a visit from Pink. She will do what she can to keep you started.
You mean stripping me of my divine powers?
Barum nods grimly.
It is part of the deal. Everything you need will be provided for.
It's a pretty little prison, but a prison just the same.
She walked away without another word. Lintz lingered a moment.
Thank you for giving her a way out.
Take care of her. She won't say it, but she needs you.
Lintz nodded and followed her into the rustling golden-headed trees. Barum stood alone in the clearing, the weight of his choices pressing down like a coming night. He closed his hand around the warmth left by the seed crystal, and for the first time in years he felt cold. The meeting place was neutral ground, an ancient amphitheater carved into the bones of the earth, once used for trials and oaths. The air was heavy with old verdicts, and the stone beneath Talon's boots still remembered the weight of judgment. He stood at the center waiting. Danuta did not arrive. He descended, step by deliberate step, his robes trailing like parchment inked with forgotten laws. His presence was absolute, not regal, not divine, inevitable.
Talon, you've come to plead your case.
I've come to ask where the law stands.
He stopped a few steps above him, looking down with eyes that had seen empires rise and fall under the weight of their own contradiction.
The law does not stand. It endures. It watches. It waits. When the time comes, it acts.
The confluence is coming. The Nine are splintered. We need more than riddles. We need decisions.
Then make one. You are not a child, Talon. You are aspect bound. You know the cost of action.
And the cost of silence.
Danuta's gaze sharpened.
You speak of the healer.
She's changed. She's powerful, but she's still grieving. She needs allies, but ones who won't manipulate her.
She is the healer, but she is also unbindable. That makes her a paradox, and paradoxes are dangerous to law.
So you'll oppose her?
I will observe her. And, if she breaks the balance, I will act.
Talon's fists clenched at his sides.
You once called Bayard a friend!
And I judged him fairly when the time came. Friendship is not a thing an aspect can afford.
The wind stirred, carrying the scent of ash and old paper.
Tell her this, the law is not her enemy, but it is not her shield either. If she wishes to shape the future, she must first answer for the past.
And if she refuses?
Then it will write her name in the Book of Reckoning. And when the time comes, I will read it out loud.
He turned, his steps echoing like a gavel in the hollow space.
I will meet you soon to work out the treaty for the confluence. Let us see if the healer can be also just.
He vanished into the shadows of the amphitheater, leaving Talon alone with the weight of his words. He didn't fear him, but he respected him, and that, perhaps, was worse. The sun had set, casting long shadows across the kitchen of the estate. The hearth crackled softly. The scent of tea and old wood filled the air. Pink, Talon, Jack, and Mara sat around the table. Talon and Jack spoke in low tones about his new office, its responsibilities, its reach, and the weight of the title he now carried. Pink sat quietly, pen in hand, her brow furrowed in concentration as she wrote.
What you doing?
Writing to Kevin. Since I'm going to help Gloriana recover, I thought I'd stop in after the wedding. She dipped her pen again and continued, her handwriting looping gently across the page. Dear Kevin, I feel like it's been a lifetime since I've seen you. So many stories to tell you. I'll be in town soon. Meet me at Lolo's a week from tomorrow. I'll wear pink. Your friend, Pink. Far away in a quiet corner of the club, Kevin opened the letter. His heart leapt. He'd waited, hoped, but never truly believed. They still thought she was dead. He couldn't tell them. They wouldn't take it well. Instead, he went home and began to clean his apartment, humming to himself, a smile tugging at the corners of his mouth.
Talon walks the line between loyalty and law, while Danuta watches from the edge of judgment. And Barim plays his final cards, hoping redemption can be bartered like old debts. But what awaits in Haven? Will Kevin's joy survive the truth? Will Targa accept her exile, or rise again? And what, exactly, is growing in the shadows of Confluence? Stay tuned for the next chapter of Chasing Tales, episode 69. Nice. Better days.
Hey everyone, Pink Salmon here. Welcome back to Season 9. Thanks for listening. If you'd like to share, subscribe, and leave a comment, it would be greatly appreciated. Now it's time to thank the Buttermakers. I narrate, Alamo plays Lens, Gingy voices Barum, Viper Sword plays Pedia, Christine plays Targa, Guide plays Jack and Talon, Mank Pete voices Danuta, and Prony announces. All music and sound effects are sourced from YouTube and Envato Elements, except for guns. Those come from Creeper. This is an original production, written and produced by Pink Salmon. The Gingerbread Man is story advisor. We hope you've enjoyed the story so far, and if you would like to support the project, you may donate to the link in the description. Thanks, and come back for the next episode of Chasing Tales. This is Pink, signing off. See you on the clip side.